Pregame.com.
Arizona State visits Arizona in a Friday matchup, a nice rivalry game. A little under the radar in certain years. This year's not one of the premier years for either one of these teams. They have similar records. Arizona's record is actually a little bit better, but I think they got it against softer competition. I like Arizona State plus the 3. Again, if you look just at the records, Arizona is a little better, but it's a little deceiving. They have some wins against, well, they played Toledo. They did play Oak State. That was a nice win for them, but South Carolina State. Then you just look down the Pac-10 schedule, and it's not quite as tough as ASU, who murdered Illinois early. That's not so great, but played Missouri. Then you look at them in the Pac-10 schedule. They lost a few of the games to the top of the Pac-12. Still calling it Pac-10, to the Pac-12. But I think they played them a little bit tougher. And if you look at some of the metrics, their defense, I believe, is much, much better, Arizona State's. And I think Arizona's going to have trouble moving the ball on them. Chuck.
No question, when you look at the schedule, who they've played, Oregon, UCLA, Oregon State, USC, Missouri. I mean, they've had some tough competition there. I mean, when they've played down to teams like in Arizona, they really crushed, the Cals, the Washington State last week. Also, Arizona's quarterback, he got a concussion a couple weeks ago. They brought him back last week, and he looked horrible. Luckily, they ran the ball well in that game against Utah. But Scott, the quarterback for Arizona, who was coming off the concussion, he looked pretty shaky in that game. And Arizona State puts a lot. They have a lot of sacks. They're one of the top teams in the country sacking the quarterback. They'll put pressure on him, and they'll make him, earn his keep back there. And I could see Arizona State keeping this thing real close. plus 3, a good number.
For me, it's simple. What do you make the home field advantage in this game? What do you make it?
I think it's got to be about 4.
4 Arizona?
Yeah.
Okay. I made my line on a neutral field, and that's what I was waiting. I wanted you to answer that for me. I made Arizona State 4 points better than Arizona.
Okay.
I really do, based on my power ratings that I turn in, to Vegas rankings like you do each week, because of the scheduling factor. So for me, you take away the 4, and it's a pick 'em. Now, you say the line's 3, makes it simple. I'm with you there. I'll take Arizona State plus 3 all day.
This is a perfect example of like my power ratings, because my power ratings would have a play on Arizona.
Really?
It would. But to me, the power rating is just a place to start.
A start. It's the foundation.
You have
that you build upon.
Exactly.
That you build upon.
Go and you look a little closer. And like I said, if you look through the scheduling and you look at some of the internal metrics that I like to use personally, I think ASU has a clearly superior defense. I mean,
me too. That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
And it's going to be a high-scoring game. But I think when you get down to the end and you need to get a stop, Arizona State is the team that's going to get a stop. I think they're the right side. I think 3 points. This is a total 68.5. It's not like 3 points is so essential. But in a rivalry game like this, those things do matter a lot of times. I want to have the 3 points in my pocket. I think they're the right side.
You definitely got the better defense. There's no question.
Yeah, and I think that it's not like you're going to be a defensively dominated game. But when you need a stop late, what is going to happen? And I think ASU has the much better shot of giving you that stop in a game like this. So, all right, we've talked about it. Let's go ahead and make it official. I'm going to take Arizona State plus 3 against Arizona for my free pick. I think this is going to be a very good rivalry game. Should be an exciting game. High total in the game. But as I said, when the defense needs to make a stop late in the game, I think Arizona State has a much, much better chance of making that key stop and winning that game. So give me Arizona State plus the 3.
Give them to me too, baby. Hopefully it goes to 3.5.
You never know. You might find
public.
Gets on the
public will find on. Will lean Arizona there.
Coming up next, we're going to give my best bet of the week: Penn State against Wisconsin. So I'm looking forward.
2 teams very well.
2 teams. I follow the Big Ten pretty closely. 2 teams I know well, and you can see all our videos at pregame.tv.